Hey guys, so if you hear Phoebe in the background, I'm sorry, she's going through a moment. She's being very vocal lately. She likes to, oh, and here she is under the desk biting me. Ugh. The thing about motherhood, isn't it? It's just never have a day off. Today we have a faves and fails video. Make sure you still are subscribed because YouTube has been unsubscribing people. My social media, Phoebe's social media, and my drama channel will all be in description just for you guys to, you know, check out, along with any other links that you might want to check out. And yeah, let's get into the faves and fails because I'm actually very excited for this video. I think I have some solid faves and not many fails, which is good because we don't want to fail. Like, I get that that gets more views and people really enjoy fails. I really enjoy watching fails. I think it's funny. I think it's funny when someone's just so like, ugh, this is so bad. But for the sake of my wallet and my sanity, I'd rather buy stuff that I actually enjoy using. So let's just go into it. Let's start with faves, just to keep it positive for now. Colourpop No Filter Primer is something I tried recently. It's supposed to be kind of a mattifying primer. It's not silicone-y, it's not thick. It doesn't fill in your pores necessarily, but it just ever so slightly mattifies and blurs to the point where it kind of gives you that pore filling look without actually being a pore filling primer. If pores are your like problem area, this might not do the job that you expect it to do. But I think if you just have like normal size pores to small pores, this will do enough blurring where you're like, this is cute. I'm wearing it today, and even with highlight on top, nothing's being emphasized because I feel like it just blurred things out really nicely where it just blends nicely on my face. I don't know. I really like this. I've used up quite a bit since getting it, and I didn't get it that long ago. This is kind of where I'm at right here, as you can see. Phoebe's playing with something. I'm so sorry. Colourpop Pretty Fresh Foundation. I forgot just how beautiful that foundation is. Like, you know when people rave about foundations and you're like, oh, can't be true. It is. It's what I'm wearing today. Look at it. Like, there is not a single bit of my face where I'm like, oh, that's just like, I wish it was different. Like, it just looks so pretty. You can mattify it and you can make it super matte, or you can really dial up the dew and make it super dewy. You can really swing it both ways. It's called Pretty Fresh. I think that's the perfect way to explain it. It's just fresh. It's been in a few of my favorites videos now, and for a reason. It's just I keep on coming back to it and I'm like, why did I not use you for the last month? I have two shades because obviously I got the wrong shade, so I mixed these two together. This one more, this one less. I do about a pump of this one and half a pump of this one. Don't go overboard with how much of these you pump out. I feel like you're gonna go overboard if you just pump out the amount that you usually use. I feel like for the first few tries I definitely put way too much on my hand. Literally for a full face of makeup like this, I'd say a pump of this, half a pump of this, so maybe like a pump and a half, but like a very gentle pump. Just in case you wanted to know what combos on my skin, it's Pharaoh 5W and Light 50W in those proportions. It's just such a good foundation, honestly. I recently rekindled my love with this powder. I tend to just stick to one powder at a time. Well, no, I tend to stick to one powder from each powder category. So I'll do a loose powder, a pressed powder with coverage, and then I'll do my hourglass powder, which never changes. That's just the powder that I use as a finishing powder. However, with touch-up powders, I'm kind of just like, oh, just dab whatever on my face. This is the perfect touch-up powder. If you get oily during the day and you're wondering, how can I fix this without getting cakey, without things breaking up weirdly, but just taking out the right amount of shine without doing too much damage, the Mcgrath Labs powder. I know it's expensive for how much you get. It really is. This is in the shade Light. I think it's just translucent. I don't think this is light because it's literally white, and it doesn't come out white, it comes out translucent. I've taken down some of the dome. I just think this is such a good powder. I use it literally just on like a big fluffy brush. If I see myself getting oily kind of in this area right here, I'll literally just tap into the powder and just dab. I won't drag. Don't drag. If oils start seeping through your face during the day and you want to touch up, please don't drag because you're just going to move the makeup around with the oil. Please just dab. Just dab the way you would with like a blotting sheet, right? That's the way you do it. And I think this works just the way you'd expect like a good blotting sheet to work, where you can't see the powder that you just applied, but you definitely know that it's done something. I was recently sent a bunch of the Kaleidos highlights in this container, and I keep them in this container because I have nowhere to put them, and I really like it, and I think I'd just keep it like this even if I knew where to put them. I like the layout. So they sent all of these to me. I already had these three, so I just gave the new ones to my mom and kept the old ones that they sent me last time. And I, quite frankly, have tried all of these at least once, including their new one, which is the Space Age Prophecy, which is a multi-chrome. It's amazing. It goes from green to blue to orange to pink. It's got a translucent base, blends out into just like a beautiful glimmery thing, and I love these. Again, I feel like, other than, of course, nothing's gonna beat my Eurotrip Colourpop highlight. It's not what I'm wearing today. Today I'm wearing Colourpop Coasting, which is also one of their big flat Super Shock highlights. Those are my favorites, hands down best formula to ever exist for highlights. This is a very close second. They have 3 different formulas. So there's this formula, which is just super smooth, and it's more of like a duochrome vibe, but it's definitely very smooth, no kind of shimmer, more just shine. Then you have kind of this formula, which is very gritty and chunky, as you can see, and it comes out just like that on the hand. See, it's very glittery, glimmery, shiny. And then you tend to have this like in-between formula. Like for example, this one, Ray Rider, it's a typical just powdery highlight, not too smooth, but not too thick either. Can you tell? 3 very different formulas. I think you can find something that you really enjoy. Comet Catcher is one of those like super ultra smooth formulas. And Solar Sailor, which is a yellow shift. It's also very smooth. You can see just like the duochrome. For more glimmery highlights, I'd say these 2 are probably the thickest, crunchiest, most glittery ones. It's Moon Cruiser and Skywalker, so the blue ones. Blue and kind of lilac are the 2 thicker ones. This one definitely thicker than this one. They've got that like glittery surface to them. And then all the other ones are kind of like just regular highlights. So like Star Surfer, Ray Rider, Diamond Dasher. Even though Diamond Dasher is a little bit on the thicker side, as you can see, he's got like a bit of crunch to it. I'm trying to give you guys some help because I think going on the Kaleidos website to pick a highlight is so overwhelming because there's just so many highlights. And then Space Age Prophecy, I'd say, is like a blend between the super smooth as well as having a little bit of glitter going through it, but not as thick and chunky as the other ones. It's like just glimmer leftovers. They're stunning. They're different formulas. They're different shades, and there's just a lot to pick from, and I think they're amazing, and I just really, really love them. Sometimes when I do an eye look, I'm like, oh, let me go into Kaleidos highlight because I know they have the specific shade that I want to make this look complete. Recently in PR from Kaleidos, oh, and also obviously that is in PR, I think I said they sent it to me. They sent me 3 brushes along with those highlights, and obviously I don't use them for the functions that they are intended for. So there's the H2 Precision Highlighter brush, C1 Angled Contour brush, and B1 Blush brush. And I actually do use this for blush, this one right here. It's very beautiful. It's super fluffy. You can kind of like stamp it or you can swirl around. It's very nice. Then I use this one for foundation sometimes. It's big and fluffy. And this one I used for concealer. Just very nice brushes, very soft. I remember in an anti-haul I said I didn't want this blush because I thought it looked really light. And I was like, this wouldn't even show up on me, and I'm like pasty white. Anyway, it's called Good Luck Charm from Colourpop. It's from the Mulan collection. And it's the deeper one out of the 2. And it's so beautiful. It's so much deeper and more beautiful in person than it looks on the website and in any promo pictures they've had. But it's just such a perfect blush for when you don't really know what you're doing with your eye look, with your lip look, and you just want something that's not too brown, not too pink, not too orange. It's just that perfect natural in-between flush with some shine and shimmer going through it. I know some people don't like the shimmer going through blushes. I love blushes with shimmer going through them. Give them to me. I want all of them. This is the shade. It blends like a dream, just like all Colourpop powder blushes. If this isn't the shade that you want, literally any blush from Colourpop in this powder formula will be amazing. I love the Super Shock formula as well, but lately I've just been using this one a bunch. The next favorite is kind of a category of sorts, and it's something that I've refound my love for after just finishing my collection and stuff, because when you just have one palette you kind of get bored of using it, so you move on to other things even though the formula is amazing. It's the Mcgrath Blitz Astral formula. It is unbeatable. It's something that I just cannot explain to you guys, and also videos just don't do it justice. If you can at some point, once things properly open up and testers are back into being a thing and you can find a Mcgrath palette in person, please swatch the last 4 shades off the big palettes or the quads from the 2019 Christmas collection. They're just something so spectacular on the eyes. I'm wearing them right now and you literally can't tell what I'm talking about. In the mirror I can tell what I'm talking about. On video though, it gets lost. Go on Pat McGrath's Instagram. She kind of knows how to film it properly. I'm wearing an orange hot pink shift on my eyes, which you can't tell because why would you be able to tell? And then like the inner corner is like a different one. It's just, let me show you a few of my favorites. I recently topped up my collection, so I have almost all of them except for a few of the big ones because I think 2, I missed 2. One was out of stock and one I just wasn't a big fan of. I don't have the big one that they released recently, but I have all the other ones. So I'm a pretty good judge of Blitz Astral formulas. My current favourite palette, and I never thought I'd say this because everyone was like, oh, they're super overpriced, you're getting 4 shades for £60. But like, When you're buying Pat McGrath palettes, you're not really buying them for the mattes or the regular shimmers, you're buying them for the Blitz Astral formula. So you might as well erase all the mattes, get a bit of a discount, and then just pay for the Blitz Astral formula. And to be fair, this isn't far off from like indie brands that do like multi-chromes and similar formulas. They usually tend to charge about $15 per eyeshadow. So $60 per 4 of very special shades is actually not too outrageous in the grand scheme of special shadows. I have my favorite ones right now to use are these quads from last year's Christmas collection. I think they're just so special. I love every single one. I cherish every single one. This is my favorite one. Of course it is. You have this pink. It looks purple on camera, but it's like a hot pink turning purple. Then we have this one, which is like a typical copper shade. This beautiful gold, yellow gold, stunning, always needed. And then this one right here is my favorite one. It's the most glittery, so I guess it will be a very controversial shade. Some people will love it, some people will hate it. It goes from pink to yellow, and then you can kind of see it in the mirror. It's just beautiful. Let me swatch it for you guys. There is something so special about these. This one definitely has the most fallout out of all of them, but just look how beautifully shimmery it is. There's one of these that I haven't used yet, and it's the most like beautiful one when you look at it, but I've used the other ones. So this is the one I haven't used yet, and I'm just looking for an eye look. I feel like I might have tried this already, I don't know. Anyway, I really want to try the blue. The green shifts from like a green to a purple, and then you have the purple, which is such a stunning. This one I've tried already, this one right here, and I think this one, so I just need the blue and the green to complete my trying out. And then this one, I thought didn't like it quite as much as the other ones, and I was on the verge of not getting this one, and then my collector's mindset was just like, no, you have to get it now, and I'm so happy I did. This shade right here is so beautiful to just put like, you know, you're doing like a brown smoky eye, to put this one on the outer edge, just slightly blend it out. Beautiful. This shade right here is so stunning. I wore it recently when I was filming, and it's just such a beautiful, like very different copper shade to anything I've tried before, and it's so wet. This one is definitely more chunky, and I've started really loving this one on the inner corner. It's what I'm wearing today, and I kind of just drag it kind of onto the other shades, and it's just so beautiful. And then I just need to try the red. I think what I'm going to do is like a very blown out, like red all over the lid, just blend it out. So excited. I guess the way I'd explain it is if one of these got damaged, like any of my Pat McGrath palettes that I have, I would repurchase it. And I guess that speaks volumes. This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, big mothership Pat McGrath palette. It's the first one that she ever released, and it's a cool tone dream. If you like cool tones, this is something that you might really enjoy. Obviously these are beautiful. It's like a very toned down look with this kind of like more violet-y grey, but these these are the ones I'm telling you guys to swatch when you find the chance. This shade right here is literally my favorite ever duochrome, because it's that red to blue violet shift. Then this one is a white to blue, white to like an icy blue. I don't know if you can see it, you literally can't. And then this blue here is magnificent, best blue I've ever seen. And then there's like a beautiful yellow gold, but it's verging on like lime green. What I'm wearing on my eyes today from the Mothership 2, which is one of my favorites as well. This green is so stunning, but I'm wearing this one. It goes from hot pink to orange. Oh, there you can see it. See that shift? Beautiful. And then there's this one, and then this is a white to pink. This color scheme is so autumnal, so beautiful. I just love these so much. I can't help myself. So that's my like category favorite. My favorite lipsticks that I've tried recently are the Dominique Cosmetics lipsticks. They're a demi matte formula. They're very like comfortable to wear. And my favorite is Freckles. I wear it all the time because it's just like a perfect nude, not too dark, not too light for me. It's just very nice. And then I have Kaleidos, which I've worn less, but it's still stunning. These are some of my favorites, but I've tried so many lipsticks lately that it's just difficult. I recently tried a Huda Beauty lipstick for the first time, and it's got that like textured matte look to it, and it's super matte, but it's also very comfortable, so I really, really like it. I also recently tried these, which I guess this is a very popular formula right now. The Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick that came out in the velvet formula. Well, it's called Velvet Matte Lipstick, and it's got that textured look to it as well. You can tell how like matte it looks, and this is such a beautiful shade. I really like this. And then Nabla has a similar one, but this is a very, very interesting shade. It's called Backbeat, and it's such a like cool toned lipstick. Oh, just so beautiful. So yeah, these are some of my favorites. I like the Soul Tanning Lotion. It's one of my favorites. It keeps me from looking dead I like to use the Fair Light one, like the lightest one they have. And it's basically a gradual tanning lotion. You leave the shower, you moisturize yourself with it. It's white when it comes out. You wash your hands, and then slowly but surely you start to get a bit of a tan, but nothing too crazy. It doesn't patch up because it's so gradual. It's just beautiful. So for lip glosses, I've recently tried something that I'm just so madly in love with. I'm wearing it on my lips right now. It looks chef's kiss. It feels chef's kiss. It's the Charlotte Tilbury lip glosses that they came out with. I have the shades Blushed Gold and Opal Magic. Now these have been sent to me in PR, so take from that what you will, but I love them. It's literally, I don't say this a lot, but I'd say this is probably my favorite lip gloss formula. You can tell how much I've used of this one. Like, it's already got, I literally was sent this maybe 2 weeks ago, and it's already got this big like dip in it because I just keep on using it. And then the other one I've used a bit less, but actually I really like this shade. It's got like a, you know, like a dip there, and this is Blushed Gold. It's what I'm wearing today, with just a gentle lip liner. They have this in Pillow Talk as well, which I would really love to get because I have the Pillow Talk lipstick now and I really like it. And I'm wearing that one with another one of my favorites. It's the Colourpop lip liner in Cool BFF, and it's just like a cool toned nudie pinky vibe. And if I just applied it very gently, like just grazing the edges, just to give my lips some shape. I really like these lip liners. They're comparable to the Kylie formula, like very glidey, very nice. And I'd say, you know, these are more affordable, so just get this one. I have the other one from the That's Taupe collection as well, and I really like that one. It's much more brown and just deeper as well, and that's in the shade Ashton. But if you want just like a very gentle grazing of the lips, then Cool BFF is really nice. I did recently also get sent these. It was like a mini trio. I gave one of them to my mom because I already have it in a big size. It's called the Walk of No Shame, but this is Pillow Talk. I finally tried the classic Pillow Talk. I don't know what took me so long, but it's beautiful. This is the shade. It looks much deeper on camera, but it's just such a nice shade. This is it. It's like you can just gently blot it on the lips, or you can apply it kind of full force. It looks so beautiful. I get why it's so hyped. I think it's very pretty. It's very flattering. It just looks so beautiful. I recently finally got to try the big Charlotte Tilbury palettes that they sell. So this one is actually on sale right now on Cult Beauty, I think. Because it's originally $65, which I don't think I would pay $65 for it. I don't know, maybe I would. Would I? I love this formula, so maybe I would. This is this year's color scheme. I love how these are set out in trios. There's a brown trio with like a gold, there's a pinky burgundy trio, like a more purpley pinky, and then like a brown bronze vibe. Of course you can mix and match, but I think these are so beautiful. I filmed a video recently with these products, but I haven't edited it yet, so it's going to be up soon, and you're going to see how these perform. They're absolutely stunning. The matte shades on this are so smooth and blendable. It's amazing. These shimmer shadows are impeccable. They're so pigmented and buttery. It's perfection. I also have 3 of the quads now, and this is definitely my favorite one. This is the Fire Rose, and it's just shimmers with one matte, one like burgundy matte, but this shade right here is so beautiful and glittery and just glimmery. It feels wet. Look at that. Like when you touch it, it genuinely just feels like a cream shadow rather than a powdered shadow. Look at it. How stunning is that? Oh my god. So I really like this. If you want to get it just for the shade, then get it. I haven't tried any of the other shades in this quad, but it's just, I just wanted to mention how absolutely stunning this shade is. And this shade right here is the only one from the quad so far that I've tried that is more reminiscent of the shimmer formula in these. So let me just compare it for you guys. Yeah, these feel so much more like wet. This is the pink. Like you can just blend these out and they're so stunning. I'm not taking a lot on my finger, but look at these. Like they're just so beautiful. Now onto fails. I was going to mention this a while ago because I stopped using those products a long time ago, but now my mum has finished them and I got a second opinion and she doesn't like them either. So Drunk Elephant came out with the shampoo and conditioner. I hate them. I wish I took pictures of what happened to my hair after washing it with those products. I don't know if it was the shampoo, if it was the conditioner, but whenever I would wash my hair, I would literally rinse it for like 10 minutes. I would just stand there and rinse because it was just so bad at that point. I would get out of the shower and deep in the crevices of my hair, I would just have a patch of grease, like as if I didn't wash my hair for a month. It was disgusting, and I would have to wash my hair again after washing it. Or I just have to use dry shampoo, but like a bunch of dry shampoo. It was absolutely gross. I hated that product. I like the Marula hairspray that they have. That one's nice, but would I repurchase it? Not particularly, no. I've replaced the Drunk Elephant product with Brio Dry Don't Despair Repair shampoo and leave-in mask. And then I recently bought the treatment oil, which I'm also going to use to replace the Marula spray. I don't know how that works yet, but yeah, that's the tea. I recently tried a full face of Nabla, which I'm going to be posting soon-ish, hopefully. I don't know if it's going to be this week or next week. I have a bunch of pre-filmed videos because I was ill and then I couldn't really get them done, and now I just have like a backlog of filmed content. The complexion products, not a fan. I think this was probably the best out of all of them. I would probably use this with a sponge rather than a brush. I think this kind of did cling to a certain spots, but I think using a sponge would be much better with this. Wasn't my favorite though. Like it's okay, but like I wouldn't repurchase it. However, the concealer, no, it just clung to everything. It left like patches of just dry looking skin. I don't know, it wasn't great. And then I bought this with the intention of it being like the Charlotte Tilbury press powder, where it's got like a bunch of coverage to it, and this doesn't really have that. It's not bad by any means. I use it, but I don't really know what to use it for, because it's like I guess once my Mcgrath powder runs out, then this will be my touch-up powder during the day, because that's kind of what I imagine this would be best for. But it's not like the Charlotte Tilbury one or the Kaleidos one where I can like use it under my eyes or wherever it needs more pigment, because it doesn't really have much pigmentation. So yeah, the complexion products, not my absolute favorite, which is sad because it's an indie brand that everyone raves about, but I just think I've tried better complexion products. But you might really enjoy these. And the last product is the Brio Dry Shampoo that they have, which is kind of in like that squeezy bottle. First of all, the squeezy bottle is very difficult to use. It goes on my face all the time and on my clothes, and it's just not the best bottle. I get that it's more recyclable. I just wish there was another way to do it that wasn't like that. But also it doesn't blend into the hair the way I would really want it to. It kind of, even with like blonde hair, it just doesn't blend in too well. Like you really have to like go in. Once it's on, it works really well, and I might end up repurchasing it if I can't find anything else that I really like, because the end effect is good, but it's just getting it to work just takes longer than I'd like it to. So I guess it's in my like disappointing products. Like it's not the worst, but it's also not great, so it's in that like spot over there. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything you want to comment down below, including any products that you've been loving or hating or anything in between. Social media links, drama channel affiliate links, any other links in description. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.